let's just do this intro scene. I'm a little rusty. I think I'm here. Oh, hi, everybody. It's me, RW. It's been a year since we did this. I don't know if you've noticed what's happened in the year. Not much has changed. I have changed, though. I have actually stopped the show because I, for a year, could not find a box of honeycomb cereal. The last show we did Life, and it made me want to die. And then I did diet, actually. I dieted for a year. I lost like 45 pounds. I'm back. I'm here, and I'm excited to do honeycomb again. Today, I am joined by my new friend and new guest. We're going to have two people on the show now. If you can't hear me during the show, please let me know, because this is all wonky stuff. But I'm joined by Adam McBride. Welcome to the show, Adam.
Hey, man. Happy to be here. I'm very excited to be a part of your new weight gain experiment, where you can just eat your way and throw those pounds right back on with a little honeycomb. Sounds amazing.
I'm really excited about it from like a level of personal growth. I just think I think I'm going to limit it to once a week.
Why is growing so easy and losing so hard?
Yeah, I'm not sure. So I think it's because there's a threshold. Like, being a person that is eating honeycomb again, first of all, it's delicious, but like, if you are eating honeycombs, it's not easy. You actually have to practice. It takes a lot of work to get to the point where you may or may not want to continue.
Partake in honeycombs.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew about the honeycomb shortage of 2020 was a disaster in honeycomb land.
You know what? I didn't even put two and two together, like one and one together, until just now. It could be very well that they just couldn't produce enough honeycomb last year because of like shipping.
Yeah. No, logistical problems, man. People were just consuming. There was a honeycomb shortage, man. Honeycomb is life.
I think that's what it is. If you're new to the show, I eat cereal and I talk to wonderful guests, and I make terrible noises during the show, so I have to apologize ahead of time if you hear them. Otherwise,
let's hear you. Let's hear your teeth grind on that spoon, man.
Okay.
That would be exciting. Oh yeah.
You
really need. Honestly, you should put a mic right next to your mouth so we can just hear like the crunching.
Well, I had the podcast mic set up, but apparently the fan in my PC is just going, so it sounds terrible. Anyway, Adam, you're I think I wrote something down that sounded clever. Digital delectable delight. No, it was really clever. I wish somebody.
NFT archaeologist?
That works. Yeah. Well, you want to tell me a little bit about what you do, why you do it, and how'd you do it?
You know, it's funny because I was talking to a kid the other day who's doing a startup in the NFT space, and I was giving him a little history of what I've done. Dude, I've had like 50 jobs, like no lie, like 50 jobs in my life, right? I've done literally everything. I've sold steak door to door, cleaned carpets for a living, had multiple businesses, some successful, most not. I've been a massage therapist. I've owned spas. You know, built online companies, tried online companies, failed. I've done everything.
Have you done ASMR?
Total. Yes. My wife wanted to do an ASMR
awesome.
Channel on YouTube. I've done multiple YouTube channels. Here, let me scratch my, can you hear that?
Oh man, actually, well, Adam, that's a little intimate, but yeah, ASMR really does scratch that itch for me sometimes. We'll get into that some other time though. That's pretty interesting. So how'd you land here? Like, well, I mean, I don't need the whole, well, you know, I heard about Bitcoin thing. Everybody has the same story. Why are you here today on this show?
It's funny because, you know, you being involved in curio cards, I fell in deeply into this rediscovering of old NFT projects. And so, of course, Curio was one of the ones that I and the whole world stumbled upon. And so that's how I met you and the whole team from Curio, and just got into it that way. Basically, aping in like everybody else, just excited to try and find something that was valuable. You know, this whole idea, it's almost like a core human condition of finding something that has value, like this discovery. was super exciting for me. And frankly, I don't know if I'd ever experienced anything like that in my life, other than maybe that same excitement of starting a business or trying to learn something new. I get that same feeling when I start something new that I got from the NFT hunt, which is just up 12, 15 hours a day, just grinding on something because it's so enticing.
Yeah, you know what's weird? Other than the fact that the noise suppression on Discord now is so good that you can't hear me clacking, and I really think that misses something. I think what's really interesting is that collectibles have been part of this human condition, and this is not a crypto show. Like this is agnostic technology conversation, but like, yeah, I don't exactly know. I was watching a guy driving in front of me with a truck that had like 14 truck nuts, like just on the bumper or on the rear bumper. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the big giant like nuts.
Yeah.
He had like 14 of them, and the thing that blew my mind.
You counted. You were so enthralled. You counted those babies.
I was just like, man, that is a lot. Well, what got me was not the fact that he had like multiple of them. It's that there were multiple manufacturers enough that there was a diversity of truck nuts on the back of this
amazing,
thing.
right?
And that dude is a collector of those things. And you have to date back like a long time ago before we were even speaking. Like, I guess nuts and berries to the curio story, but I wonder if there was like other stuff. Like, what do you think the first collectibles were, Adam?
I think I'm always fascinated. One of the beauties of having a kid is you get to see kind of things that are in our genetic code, things that are just built into us as humans. And just from a evolution perspective, I think these are the things that have helped us survive, right, over thousands of years. And one of them is clearly collecting stuff. I mean, if you look at any kid, whether it's Barbie dolls or baseball cards or Ninja Warriors, they all are collectors, like at their core. And so there must be something that from an evolutionary standpoint helped us survive by collecting. And I just think it's deep within us. And so it satisfies some deep need, and it moves from, kids with baseball cards to billionaires and their Picassos, right? And it runs that whole gamut. And, from literally baseball cards to truck nuts to Picassos, right?
Yeah.
And everything in between.
Yeah, I think that, well, I actually don't know what I think. I was thinking about honeycomb and breakfast cereals, and like, people that collect honeycomb boxes. I'm not one of them. Actually, what brought me to this was I collect like vintage commercials and stuff like that. I don't collect them. I just try to find them and then hoard them in like a digital drive.
Right.
And the honeycombs commercial came up from like the 90s. I don't know if you remember these or have like any recollections.
I remember most commercials from the more like the 80s. I was an 80s kid, so yeah, most of the 80s.
It's like a little CGI rat thing that was like these kids turned into that was like made me want honeycomb. And I think it was also around the same time as the .com stuff back in the 90s where this thing was. So it's like a similar kind of energy. And I think the last question for you I have before we hop into the game I have planned today is, do you like in the current phase of these collectibles and histories and archaeology, do you think that people in the 90s were just collecting domain names? Were they just collecting business ideas? What's the parallel here?
With the current NFT experience you're talking about, and NFTs in collection?
Yeah, I mean, or whatever, whatever context you want to take out of.
Yeah, I look at the current NFT collection as, it's the NFTs are the start. The art NFTs, as they're currently being collected, is the start of something much, much larger. I look at the whole NFT space as far, far beyond art. And the way I explain it to some people, I say, look, it's almost like if you can divide, like a company divides itself into shares, think of that for everything on the planet. And everything on the planet, it's too expensive to do it through lawyers and companies and all this sort of stuff. But if you can do it automatically through smart contracts on a computer, you can subdivide and lock in ownership of every single thing on the planet, and it can all be controlled on a computer. Imagine the efficiencies when that happens. That's the way I look at NFTs, and we're literally at the baby step. We are literally we're in warm-ups right now, And so where it's going to be in 30 years is far, far beyond anybody's imagination. Nobody can predict what it's going to be.
I can predict it.
But we're at the baby step of it, and it's been discovered through art. And so everybody's gotten excited about it because of art, and 99% of people see it as, oh, this is about art. I'm excited about it because I think it's just far more than art. But it's the tip of the spear. It's it's the movement into the space for the vast majority of people because they get it right away because they collected baseball cards or ninja stars when they were kids. So that's the way I look at it.
I wonder if the robots that replace us will collect us as batteries. Like that. I think that's that's probably the proper foreseeable future, is that we're powering the Matrix. So I wonder if there's going to be like different kinds of humans to collect for your personal like power.
Now I get you, man.
Yeah.
Now I understand why you do what you do and the way you do it. You are making yourself the most interesting person you possibly can be, so that you will be the most unique, or one of the most unique.
Yeah.
So you will be valuable to the robots. I get it now.
Yeah, exactly. The end game is I want my robot juice to be really useful.
Yeah, dude, you want the most rare traits, man.
Yeah.
You got it, dude. You're kicking butt, dude. You might be top tier 1%.
I could be. Probably higher than that. All right, so I got a game for you today. It's called Some Shit in the Back of Your Closet, or NFT, and it is going to be pretty easy. The premise is this in your closet currently, or is it some dumb 80s, 90s toy, or is it an NFT collectible? So,
by the way, I have to comment, dude.
What?
I love the honeycomb and Red Bull to get you going in the morning, baby.
Well, I gotta tell you, actually, this season, I decided to do something smart beforehand. I actually ate bacon and eggs before this, so
Okay.
it would absorb the sugars, so I don't leave this feeling like a loser. Because actually, I had stuff to do today, so can't just live this life where I'm gonna make myself ill with eating a sugar bowl. I did learn a lot. I mean,
All right, so here we go. Back of the closet
let's go.
or NFT.
Yeah, all right.
Gotcha.
So the first one is easy. Rocks.
NFTs.
Okay. It's also just regular rocks. It's just probably in the back of your closets. It's not like a big...
Why would I have rocks in my closet?
I don't know. All right, but that was just... I had
rocks?
Rocks
Dude, what are you doing with rocks? It's your rock... You got your rock
somebody has a rock,
collection
like if you go to to a Wonderland park thing, and they always sell these rocks, and like you can get a bag and fill it with rocks. That's like a souvenir item. You know what I'm talking about? Like like a gem cave. Anyway, all right. So let's start.
Funny enough, I have seen NFTs that from some guy tried to get me to hype this one from early 2018. It was like 100 rocks.
Nice.
As NFTs. It was one of the early ones.
That's what I'm hoping to learn from you, is how many of these have carryover. Okay.
Yep.
For real, let's start though. The first one is Gigapets.
Oh, that's NFTs.
That's actually Tiger Electronics. 1990 something.
Oh wait, this has like real answers. I'm trying.
No, these are real.
Okay, all right. Let's start fresh then. Give me a good. All right, go.
All right, we're gonna start with Gigapets again. So we know.
All right, Gigapets.
All right, Gigapets is the baseline. That's a Tamagotchi clone from the 90s. Tiger Electronics.
All right.
Next, Meebits.
No, Meebits are NFTs.
Yeah. Do you have anything else? Any thoughts on this?
Well, those were done by Lava Labs, and they're the follow-up to CryptoPunks. They sold out. They are quite genius. The guys from Lava Labs are the sharpest in the space, and they basically gave current CryptoPunk holders a free Meebit, and then sold 10,000 on top of that. So as CryptoPunks has 10,000, they sold an additional 10,000, 20,000 total. Meebits were distributed. And the market, of course, went absolutely bonkers the first 24 hours, like literally bonkers. These things were trading for $600,000-$700,000 for the most rare ones in the first day. And of course, now they've crashed as people realize, oh my God, there's 20,000 of these things. They've come back to earth, but those guys are geniuses. Those guys are the sharpest tacks.
Awesome. You got that one. Next. I think you are now 1 for 1, right?
Yeah.
All right. Next, Mooncats.
Oh God, come on, man! NFT,
Very
baby.
cool.
And Mooncats really, for me, were the start of the NFT movement.
You're a real
Mooncat,
a real Mooncat proponent.
Yeah, because Mooncats for me, being cooped up in with the coronavirus for the last year, Mooncats were really this. The rediscovery of Mooncats was just basically the most exciting 2 hours of my life over the last two years, where me and my kid were, mining Mooncats off the moon, trying to rescue these things. That was an epic day. Really, I think for many people in the space, it launched the NFTs for a lot of people. So it's an important event.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you are interested in investing in the NFT space, I think high quality Mooncats will be a wise investment over time, because what you have is a deeply rooted community. People had the same experience as I did, literally probably 1,000 people. Those people are interested in the space, they're community members, and that's only going to grow. The history of the Mooncats is only going to grow over time, in my opinion. So if you're looking for NFT investment, I'm all in on Mooncats, and they're super cheap right now.
And that's your opinion, not my financial advice as RW.
No, that is absolutely financial advice. Go buy.
Next up, Moon Shoes.
Moon Shoes. That's got to be in the back of my closet, right?
That's it. Yeah. Do you know what those are? Do you remember those?
Now, I'm thinking moon boots, what I would call moon boots. Is that what you're talking about?
They could be.
Or moon shoes were the ones with the springies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those were like trampolines inside a box, basically, that kids would strap on their feet. And I think they had to recall them because like 10 kids broke their legs.
They're not a good idea. They're just like
it's literally
plastic
it's a
with
plastic
a spring
box with a trampoline in the middle. The kids would strap on their feet and bounce around to the moon until they broke their nose.
Yeah, not a good toy. All right, next up, creepy crawlers.
Creepy crawlers would be back in my closet.
That's true. What about crypto crawlers?
Crypto crawlers got to go with NFT on that one.
Yes, 100%.
Well, were the crawlers, were those the ones you threw against the wall and they rolled down the wall?
The creepy crawlers were the easy baked oven like boy things where you would like put the goo in and then like bake it and it would turn into a bug.
Creepy crawler. Yeah. Nice, man. Nice.
All right, GAK. GAK.
Ooh. GAK. Something's pinging NFT on that. I don't know why.
I think it's because of what the next question is. GAK is a dumb Nickelodeon toy that it's like slime, like whatever. Yeah. What about Pac?
Well, Pac's a dude in the NFT space, right? Yeah, he's an artist.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Street Sharks.
Street Sharks. I have no idea what that is, but that's got to be in the back of my closet.
It is, yeah. It's just it's another one of those. We're gonna sell toys, so we have to have an entire season of cartoons to sell them.
I always look at like people who make toys and make obviously you make cartoons around toys as well. And you get some really, really sharp people. The dude who put the dino and the train together, dinosaur train, is the smartest person in the history of the world, where he packaged two things that kids love more than anything and threw them together and was like, let's just do this. And it's just genius. I'm always impressed by that sort of stuff.
A lot of this NFT stuff, like whether it's these weird economic policies that people, or like economic plans for their NFTs or like all this other stuff, reminds me a lot of like the Hasbro models of like selling toys. It's just like, man, if you buy this, you're gonna get this comic book and you're gonna get like access to all these new ones. You gotta have the whole first series though, so you can play them. You can't just have this like single crypto toy crawler. You gotta have them all.
It's got to be a part of a giant pyramid scheme.
Well, people are still collecting those toys today, so
it's true.
Asthmatic buddies.
Matic buddies. That's got to be an NFT because it's got to be something related to Matic, right?
I don't know. I just saw it on the top list of rareable collections this morning and said Asthmatic buddies. So and finally,
it's got to.
I got hashtag boys.
Hashtag what?
Boy.
Boy?
Yeah. BOI.
I guess back in the closet. I have no
No,
idea
that's
what
an
that
NFT,
is. What
man.
is that?
That's also an NFT. You're in.
It's an NFT.
Yeah,
Boy?
BOI, hashtag BOI. It's one of these fine art collectible series.
Fine art, man. Fine art. I love it.
Well-
Fine art NFTs. If you guys hadn't seen, I did tweet about a guy the other day, Mitchell Chan, who was, I think, did one of the first fine art NFTs on Ethereum. And his was so interesting. I did it on my Twitter, but just talking to him, and it's this idea of like, if you have nothing, is the art nothing or is it something? And this idea of this play of what are you actually buying? And very interesting the way some artists are use the medium as just something much deeper than just a cartoon or something like that.
Yeah. Adam, I hate to do this to you. I'm on my last piece here. I know you can see it. So I want to give you an opportunity before we go because, well, first I had to ask the audience if they want me to drink the milk. I hope nobody's watching because I don't want to drink the milk. Number two.
You don't like drinking the you don't like drinking the sugar milk?
I don't. I used to. I think I used to back in 2020, but that was a long time ago, man. Things change. People change. I've changed.
Yep.
So, hopefully they don't say drink the milk. Anyway, I want to give you an opportunity to tell people what you want them to know about you, and and I think you won enough points from the game to at least not get unfollowed. So I think let's hear about it.
I expect nobody to follow me, which is fine. I'm on Twitter, Adam A. McBride on Twitter. I don't know, man. I try to, now that I'm on Twitter with NFTs, I try to stay in the NFT and crypto space with my tweets. But I'm interested in far more than that. But on Twitter, that's what I talk about, and that's what I do. And pura vida, as we say. I live in Costa Rica, so pura vida is the way I end my stuff, which means pure life.
I love it. And I drank the milk. And so I think because I drank the milk, everyone watching who told me to drink the milk has to go follow Adam.
Hey, before we go though,
yeah,
tell me, see if you can name this show. I got a question for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
Ready? This is a direct quote from a show, childhood show. Don't drink the milk. Spoiled.
I don't think I'm gonna get it. You put me
can't get it. See, you're too young, man.
I know.
Little Rascals, baby, Spanky and Alfalfa.
Man.
That's old school, baby.
All I was allowed to watch growing up was Rocks. And that's why it was on the top of my list. I thought it was like a normal thing.
Rocks.
Yeah, we had like a sifter and like a funnel, and my mom would just it was like almost a giant hourglass, just fill it with rocks, and they would come out the other side. That's that. She wouldn't let me watch TV. It's stupid. All right, Adam. It was a pleasure
So
having you
now
on.
all you do is watch TV. It's cool, man.
Yeah, basically.
The pendulum swings.
You can't eat honeycomb.
You're not allowed to look at screens. Okay, now he lives his life in front of a screen.
Basically. It was a pleasure having you today. Thanks for helping me bring this back. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to do it every Thursday morning. Next week I'm going to have somebody new on. And then, maybe Adam will follow up with you later on this year. So thanks for being here.
Awesome, brother.
Pleasure
Later,
as
man.
always.